Does God really exist? There is a story that says, many years ago, a certain country propagated atheism and invited 3 scholars as speakers on a square. The first was a doctor in astronomy. On stage, he presented reasons supporting atheism. Lastly, he asserted aloud, I have used a telescope to observe celestial bodies for over 2 decades, but I have never seen God. Therefore, there must be no God. The second was a doctor of medicine. He lectured about human beings having no soul. In the end, he said, I have dissected more than 100 cadavers and have never found a soul. Is the soul in the heart, in the brain, or in the blood? I have not seen it. Therefore, there must be no soul. The third was a doctor in ethics. She concluded for the first 2 scholars by saying, actually, people die like extinguished lamps. They just die, and that is the end. There is no such thing as heaven and hell, eternal life and judgment. After the 3 doctors finished their talks, the chairperson announced, if anyone has a question or dissatisfaction with the contents of the 3 doctors' presentations, you can come on stage for a public discourse. After quite some time, an old country woman came to the front and asked the first doctor, you have used the telescope for more than 20 years. Have you seen the wind? What is its shape? The astronomer asked, how can wind be seen with a telescope? The old woman replied, does wind exist in this world? If you cannot see wind with a telescope, does it mean there is no wind? When you cannot see God with a telescope, can you just say that there is no God? The old country woman turned to the second doctor and asked, do you love your wife or not? The doctor answered, I love her. She then said, please let me use a scalpel. Let me help you open up your belly to see in which part is the love for your wife. Is it in the liver or in the stomach? Her words elicited laughter from the audience. She then spoke to the third doctor. You haven't died yet. How can you know that people die like an extinguished lamp, and that after death there is nothing more? If while still in your mother's womb, she tells you that you will be born soon to this world, and that there exists the sun and moon, and that you will start to eat and wear clothes, will you be able to comprehend these things? Moreover, have you read the Bible? This book clearly tells us that everyone must die, and after death comes judgment. Indeed, many say in their heart, I cannot see God. I cannot touch God, and I cannot hear God. Therefore, there is no God. Is this rational? The book of Psalms says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the expanse proclaims the work of his hands. Day to day pours forth speech, and night to night tells out knowledge. There is no speech, and there are no words. Their voice is not heard. In all the earth their line has gone forth, and their words to the end of the world. The book of Romans also declares, for the invisible things of him, both his eternal power and divine characteristics, have been clearly seen since the creation of the world, being perceived by the things made, so that they would be without excuse. So if you really want to talk in terms of physical senses, then when we see the marvelous universe and all of God's creation therein, all the things that we see and hear remind us of one thing. There is God. Now please tell God, God, if you are true, I am willing to receive you. Please prove to me that you are true. I would like to know you. If you are willing to do this, you will lose nothing. Instead, you will gain the greatest treasure in life, which is the unique, true God in this universe, becoming your new life and reliance throughout your whole life.